Hi girls, I'm going to take you through how to set up GarageBand ready for your rhythm project. So if you haven't already got GarageBand on your iPad, so GarageBand looks like this is like icon here, you need to go to self-service and download it. So once it's downloaded and you've got it on your iPad, click on it and you should have this page. I'd then like you to go up to the little plus sign at the top and you will then have this page with a whole selection. I'd like you to click on audio recorder and then in the circle in the middle press OK. Right, you've then got a selection of different icons that you can choose from. So let's choose the shark, click on him and then go up to the top left hand corner. So the third box in from the left where we've got 3 rows of coloured in white rectangles, click on that and that will bring you to this page. Now at this point, I would like you to add some loops in. So if you go to the top right hand corner and you'll see the loop, let's click on that. And I would like you to choose some loops for your project. So let's have a little listen. I'm not too keen on that one, so I'm going to have another little listen. That'll do. So I'm going to click on it and drag it over underneath my shark. I then want you to go up to the loop button again on the top right hand side, click it for me and find another loop that you might like. Not sure about that, let's try. Okay, that will do. So I'm going to drag that over and I've decided I'm going to have that coming in bar 3, just there. So I'm going to go back and have a little listen. Okay, I'm happy with that, so I'm going to press stop. Okay, I'm now going to record in my rhythm that I have already written out on a piece of paper, which should be in front of me. So I'm going to click on my shark, but before that, I'm going to plug in my headphones or my AirPods. So I'm just going to connect my Bluetooth. And the reason I'm doing this is when I record, I just want it to pick up my hand claps and not the loops that I've already put in. So by putting in my headphones or my AirPods, I can then hear tracks, but actually it's not going to record that sound. Now, there's a weird glitch that happens when I'm screen recording, which is what I'm doing now. So I'm going to clap my hands, but actually GarageBand won't record it because it's a screen record. But when you clap in your rhythm, it will record it. So I'm going to press record. I've got my music in front of me. So I'm happy with that. So I go back to the white rectangles. And your part, your hand clapping part, would have already been played into Monster. Now, can you see I've got a white line? You shouldn't see that because you won't be screen recording. You'll be recording straight into GarageBand. So what you should see is these little sort of like wavy bits that we've got on your loops here. That's what you should be seeing. Now, it could be that you think actually the loops were a little bit too loud or you want to change the volume on it. So what you do is you tap on this here and we get a little selection. If you click on automation, that allows you to set the levels. Now, in the top left-hand corner, you'll see something that's like a pen. Now, if you press on the pen and hold your finger on the pen, you can then add some little dots. And this allows you to adjust the levels of your track, depending on what you like. So you can do that with all of your tracks, and I would encourage you to do that. So once you're happy with that, you click on done. Now it may be that you decide actually you don't want to do hand claps, or it could be that you've written a second rhythm. Now what we can do is we can add another part to that. So if we click up in the top left on the 3 sort of squares, and if you go through and select on drums, you've got a drum kit here. So I'm just going to disconnect my Bluetooth second, just so you can hear those drums. So it could be that you decide actually you want to record in your part using the drum sound rather than hand claps. So again, I'm going to turn my Bluetooth back on because I'm using AirPods. You may be. I'm going to press record and play in my part that I've written out on the drums. So that's all recorded in. That's actually quite tricky. There's a bit of a delay there, but we're going to go back. And here you can see my part that's been written in. If at any time that you decide you don't like something, you just click on it and you can delete it. So once you're happy with it, or if you get to a point where you've run out of time in a lesson, you need to save it. So if you go to the top left-hand corner, the box that looks like a piece of paper, click on that, and it will save there for you. Now, obviously, my song isn't necessarily a very good way to save it, so you can rename it. I'm going to call it Mrs. G, and that's what I would like you to do there. Okay, that's it for today. I will have further instructions for you on how to share it with me once your project is completed, but that's how I would like you to get set up.